It is not even a lie when they said if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go with people. Trust me, I believe it will take you a whole lot more if you decide to go alone. Welcome to Artips, where we get to discuss problems that we face as artists and how best to tackle it. I am Smice, your host on this episode, and we would want to talk about a topic that has been a major problem, right? Which is the right people to have on your team. So many times, people as creative, we decide to want to do everything by ourselves, want to shoot, want to make the song, want to have the whole problems, want to do like everything that has to do with running up and down in order to make your creative journey a success, which is always difficult and can lead to you burning out in a very short time. So today we'll be talking about this problem and how best can we tackle such an issue. Some of the problems we face as creatives when starting off or even in our journey is we wanting to go all alone. I know sometimes it requires you reaching out to the right people and it might cost you, it might be due to finance and all of that. But there are better ways than you wanting to go all alone. That is doing the whole going about the whole creative process, making your videos by yourself, editing by yourself, going to the studio, recording by yourself, trying to push it out yourself, trying to market it out yourself. It can be a whole lot of problem if you decide to go alone. So that is one problem. And another problem is when we finally decide to get the right people to work with, we just pick people haphazardly. We don't really pick the right people that should be in our team, right? So today we would want to delve a little bit and find solutions what on the kind of people that we should be looking out for when we want to build a team for our music, right? The first person you would need as a creative and as a musician is a manager, and this person is responsible for taking charge of negotiation, for scheduling of your event, and handling of every business affairs that concerns your music, right? So getting a manager is more or less like getting a partner. So he is able to worry about even your down to your emotional state. So everything that concerns you signing, be it contract, be it negotiation, be it split sheet or whatever, he is in charge of looking out for that and making sure that you are making the right decision. So that being said, we'll move to the next. So the next person you should have on your team is your producer. Of course, most of the times we would neglect that aspect for the need of it of a producer. But trust me, we all need at least one producer, right? And what does he do? Your producer is in charge of your recordings, your mixing, and your mastering. Most of the time, you it's best you have somebody that understands you and knows the kind of sounds that you make and how best he can put it into music, right? So understanding that you need a producer that is really on the same frequency with you would go a long way in order to ease you the stress of having to interpret your sound to a long period of time before he understands where you're headed to would save you a lot of stress, right? So getting the right producer that knows your type of voice, your type of song style, your type of delivery, and how you go about your music will save you that stress. The next person you need is your publicist. So most of the times we shy away from this. We feel as if there's no need, but trust me, you need a publicist. And who is a publicist? He is in charge of everything that concerns managing your PR and your campaign. So once you want to put out a song, you would need a publicist that would go about pitching out to curators and letting them know that there's a song that's about to be released, and also creating, okay, how do we go about creating strategies on how to promote the song and make it go far and reach out to more people, right? So the next person that you would need is a visual manager, right? You need a visual manager that would help put all your music to life. And what I mean by that is that he would be in charge of your content, that is visual content, your videos, your everything that concerns videos basically. So he will be in charge of that and would make sure that you stay relevant online with contents that would engage your crowd when you put out that single, right? And then the last on your list, which we most times don't find that important, but it really is a live performance coordinator. So you need a live performance coordinator that when you have an event, he will be in charge of your rehearsals, he will be in charge of your logistics when it comes to moving to a particular location for an event and all of that. So he would also be in charge of event planning. So when you want to host, say, your own concert, for instance, he would be in charge of that. Trust me, I'll give you a leak. Most times it's even advisable to have someone really close. It might be to save cost and all of that. It might be maybe one of the people from maybe your personal instrumentalist. He might be in charge of logistic for our live performance. So once you're going out for an event, because he's going to play for you, he would still look after your rehearsals, your preparedness, and everything that has to do with you giving a good delivery when you come to the event, right? So how do you go about this? First off, a lot of us will say, I don't have the money to pay all these people, but trust me, communication is key. Most times it's not always in all cases that we have to pay with money. Sometimes people look at our visions and they're able to buy into it. So you let them know that okay, this is it. If we're is a win-win thing. If we're able to work this out over the years and it comes out, this is it. So it's probably written or a verbal agreement that this is what it is in for you over the years when this begins to grow and all of that. Without understanding, some might agree, some might not. But when you get the right people, trust me, they would want to buy into your vision and run with it, right? So while at it, you should search for potential candidates, search for the right people, like I said, that would key into your vision and want to run with it. Then establish clear agreement. I just said that, right? So it should be on a mutual understanding that okay, this is it. At this point, I probably might not be able to pay you as you deserve. I probably just tip you and all of that. But over the years, as things get better, we would reach a better agreement, right? So that will be said from onset before you start working. So clearly define your goals. When you want to work with certain people, they should know where you're headed to. That way, they would be ready for everything that comes, all the stress that would be involved, all the hurdles that might come. They would be ready for it and be able to help you become better. And trust me, you having this set of people in your team will go a long way to save you the stress of having to overthink certain things, and then it will help you establish a better career. It is better you come prepared than get to the battleground and you feel and you burn out because of the load that you have to carry by doing all of this. This is the point where I call it a wrap. Trust me, I would I would really love to see your comments. I would really love to see you air your views. Send this to every artist you know so they can watch and learn, and trust me, it's I believe it's going to help them get better at what they do, and also help like, share, subscribe to this channel so you get amazing episode of such event every time we get to put it out on this channel. See you next time. Stay blessed, stay hydrated. It's all love. Peace out.